Welcome to Guru Trader video for Tuesday, June the 8th, 2010. Here's the 5 market movers that we're following today. 2 new symbols, 3 follow-ups. On the NASDAQ, new symbol PPCO, Penwest Pharmaceuticals Company, 350, up 72 cents. On the TSX, following up on symbol ML, Mercator Minerals Limited, 174, up 12. Also on the TSX, following up on DFI, Diamond Fields International Limited, 17 cents, down 2.5 cents. And on the TSX Venture, new symbol TGE TG World Energy Corp, 18.5, up 7.5 cents. And lastly, also on the TSX Venture, following up again on GBB, Gold Bullion Development Corp, 49.5, up 3 cents. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. Hi, we haven't put out a video since May the 27th or 8th, I forget, and the reason is because we said these markets, until they can show that they can, the Dow can hold its 10,096 200-day moving average, we're going to go quiet here, and we're not going to fight the tape. You know, your most actives, your volumes, your percentage gainers. When you've got your, 9 of your 10 most actives are all red arrows, and of your percentage gainers, which are all green, there's no volume. It's just telling you that it's just not worth it's better just to keep your powder dry. So anyway, we have been watching. Here's the support levels if anyone's interested. On the Dow, we're looking at the Fibonacci retracements, and this is from the low of March 2009 to the highs recently. You look at that gain, and then you go back from there, 23.6%, the levels 10,128. 38.2%, the level's 94.33. So in other words, if the Dow goes down and breaks that 9,800 level, which it's touched, it's probably going down to 94.33. From there, if it doesn't hold that level, the next level is the 50% retracement, which is 88.74. And if it doesn't hold that level, we'll probably go into the 61.8% retracements, which is 83.14. And 8,300 was a key level on the way up as well. So on the S&P 500, those levels are 1,089. And if it breaks 1,040, we're probably going to 1,009. The next level is 943. That's the 50% retracement on the S&P 500. On the NASDAQ, the levels are 2238. If it breaks the 2100 February lows, we're probably going to 2053. And then from there, 1904. Okay, so anyway, those are levels to keep an eye on, or at least we are. So we're probably going to put out maybe 1 or 2 videos a week instead of 5 until these markets start supporting those levels and showing some signs of moving higher with some volume and price breadth. Okay, so what we are watching, we're just going to mention a few stocks. PPCO for Penwest Pharmaceuticals, 350 up 72, 25% movers. Traded almost 2 million shares, $111 million company. 52-week high was 388, which did on May the 3rd. So don't know much about this company. They put out news today that they have entered into an agreement with Sandoz to settle Opana ER patent litigation. So that seems to have had a positive effect on the stock. There's some proxy information or some proxy fights going on, or some disputes or whatever over the director slate, or that doesn't really interest me. If you look at their financials, I don't have time to go into them today. This company's fairly substantial. I mean, their sales are up, I think, for the 3rd quarter. Let's see, achieving profitability for the 3rd consecutive quarter. They talked about net income of 12 cents a share, 8.8 million in revenues for the quarter. So there's some substantial sales there, and some drugs that are in the FDA fast tracked and different stages of development. So first time mentioning it, we'll just keep an eye on that one. ML on the TSX, Mercator Minerals, we've mentioned them. They're actually one of our top 30 small cap stocks. We mentioned them recently, starting at $1.49 on May the 21st. So 174 up 12. Over 3 million shares traded. I think it showed it up on the volume actives. It's we mentioned this one or added it to our top 30 at well under $1 in March of last year. Went up to around 350. It's now about half of that. As long as it holds 150, we're okay with it. We like their projects. They put out news today. That's why we're mentioning them. They reported record month at their Mineral Park mine. 3.1 million pounds of copper, 331,000 pounds of molybdenum, 45,000 ounces of silver. So it's a fairly substantial company, and they're proving their efficiencies. They talk about production and operating cash costs per pound. Some of those have actually gone down, the cash cost per ton. So interesting story. As long as it holds that 150, it'll keep our interest. So moving on. DFI, Diamond Fields International. Only mentioning this because we've never mentioned it in a video, but we have mentioned it on our June the 2nd tweet. at 13.5 cents. It was up 4 cents that day, almost 1 million shares, and made a new year high. Now the stock since then had gone to 30 cents on June the 4th, so it had this flash. So we caught it in the middle of that flash on the way up from 13 cents to 30 cents. Now we're back down to 17. Doesn't look good. It's down, the volume's low, and it's a good example of, you know, some of these stocks that are, you know, up on mystery, sell on history or whatever, because as soon as they put out the news on the 4th, which was a joint venture company granting mining license over world-class zinc, copper, silver, and gold project, which read well, I don't know if there's any more news coming or whatever, why the stock sold off. But one thing I did find interesting about this company, I mean, there's some small financings or whatever, was this March 24th release where they announced they signed this deep sea mining agreement. So there's an interesting read there about their mining for minerals under the sea. It's an interesting focus that they have. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that one. And this one here, very interesting on the TSX Venture, TGE TG World Energy Corp, 18.5 up 7.5 cents, 68% move, almost 14 million shares traded. I think it was the volume leader on the Venture Exchange. $22 million company. The 52-week high was 20 cents, which it did on December the 9th. Kind of sold off this year, but the low was 9 cents, which did July 6th of last year. But anyway, it's flashed up on this news today, and I'd like to see if there's any follow-through or if this is a one-day blip. It reads well. TG World Energy Tindalo 1 oil well in the Philippines flows over 18,500 barrels per day. The question is how much of it do they own? I haven't read it over. I don't know. Now there's this, what does this say? TG holds a 12.5% working interest in the well through its ownership and service contract. So anyway, that's interesting. The stock was at $2 back in 2007. It hasn't done anything since. So let's see if there's any follow through. There's a lot of activity, so we'll keep an eye on it. And lastly, GBB again on the Venture Exchange Gold Bullion Development, 49.5 up 3. Another 52-week high. Broke the 52-week high yesterday at 47. Today traded as high as 52. We've been following the stock since, let me see here, 20 cents on March the 3rd. This is our 9th mention, and they're drilling right now. They put out news on June the 1st. They've added a second drill rig at Grenada Gold Property, so it's probably playing in anticipation whatever those drill results are going to be that are coming. There's going to be lots of good news flow from this company continuing. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll talk to you soon, hopefully, if the market cooperates. Do your homework. Talk to you later. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower-priced stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day-only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.